to the historical perspective of this command, we all know about the Japanese and the British occupation of these areas. The airstrip built by the Japanese in Car Nicobar, taken over by the Indian Air Force in 1956 as a staging point. Thereafter, post-1962 in the China War, Indian Navy established a naval garrison here, which subsequently grew to the Fortress Command in 1976. You also are aware that post-Gargil, the Indian government placed all forces located in Andaman and Nicobar Islands as well as the Coast Guard under the command of the newly created CNC Andaman Nicobar Command, thereby forming this most unique unified command of the armed forces of India. And today we have the defense forces presence covering the entire length of these islands from Digipur down to Campbell Bay. I am sure you all are aware of the strategic importance of this island with its location at the confluence of the White Sea lines of communications. We also have about 25 countries EEZ around us. The rich mineral resources, proximity to the littorals, potential of oil and natural gas, and a growing global tourist destination makes the strategic importance of these islands possible. These are the opportunities we have, and also challenges that makes Andaman Nicobar Command vulnerable to many sub-conventional threats, as also conventional threats as well, maybe at a lower level, but the sub-conventional threats are present. Also, with India's Look East policy, Andaman Nicobar region has a great significance in the entire scheme of things. While I assure you that the defense forces at ANC are committed and well prepared to protect the islands, I also would like to draw your attention to few challenges, our roles and our achievements as a unified command. The challenges in front of us are unique and different from those that we have in the mainland. The rising incidents of poaching and human trafficking are causes of concern. Apart from apprehending over 50 poachers in the current year, we have rendered aid to more than 1,500 people under distress at sea. We also need to address the threat of illegal immigrants. With almost 90% of the area under forest and with environmental protection related issues, infrastructure development is a major challenge. With these strategic importance and challenges, Andaman Nicobar Command has a clear and defined goal: safeguarding these Emerald Islands as well as India's maritime boundaries and airspace, search and rescue operations at sea, anti-poaching operations, vigil against human trafficking and illegal migration, and of course, disaster management are important tasks that have been assigned to us. We have a well-defined organization. We amalgamate and synergize the working of the four components: the Army, Navy, Air Force, and the Coast Guard under the unified command, resulting in optimum utilization of resources and an integrated approach to the roles and responsibilities. The recent incident of a Coast Guard donnier on a routine patrol reporting sighting of suspicious boat near Barren Island and subsequent launching of a joint operation involving sea and air coordinated search to naval and Coast Guard ships, donnier aircraft, and joint anti-poaching team of the Army and Marine Corps police personnel resulted in apprehension of 7 poachers. This is the best example of joint operation that we undertake. And this is a well documented. The command has also played a crucial role in the defense diplomacy, coordinated patrols with our lieutenants. Milan, as you all aware, is an area of extending our defense diplomacy and to promote goodwill among neighboring allies. It is indeed a great responsibility on AMC to ensure coastal and EEZ security of our islands. In order to meet these challenges, we carry out regular exercises involving 14 agencies from different parts of these islands with periodic enhancement of the scope and the skill. Apart from this, we have regular Jan Pehchan patrols of area patrolling of various islands and interaction with the islanders. Equally important is our role in disaster management and humanitarian. These islands have witnessed one of the most devastating disasters of the region. All our ships, when they sail, maintain a disaster brick on board completed. We are also in process of procuring additional specialist equipment as authorized by the Government of India for this command only. We are also in advanced stage of facilitating deployment of rapid action medical team of the Indian Air Force to these islands as an exercise. The RAMT, as it is called, which can be airlifted at short notice, has a facility to operate a 25-bedded hospital with such facilities. Also, we undertake regular disaster relief exercises in consonance with civil administration. We have also taken many steps in supporting the local population. TA battalion is primarily constituted of the local youth. Further, we have been able to generate jobs for local population in our establishments, enhance economic development through awards of various contracts to local vendors, empowering the youth through free employment training, conduct of medical camps, even at far-flung islands, and our continued support to the ex-servicemen are examples of some of the efforts to shoulder the responsibility of the welfare and protection of the population. Ladies and gentlemen, ANC has grown many-fold in terms of assets and manpower, and we are growing in our stature of doing good. I would conclude my address by highlighting certain achievements of ANC over the years. First and foremost is the integration of our four components into one cohesive unit. Infrastructure development, in spite of constraints and challenges, is another major achievement. Furthering defense diplomacy through coordinated patrols with littorals and Milan adds feather to our cap. Through various drills and exercises, we are today wholly prepared to meet any challenge of natural disaster. The synergized approach involving civil administration and local population has grown leaps in coastal security and ease as the head of the forces in this pristine Andaman Nicobar Islands, I assure everyone once again that ANC is fully geared to meet all challenges ahead of us and will continue to render human service to the island in particular and to the nation in general. Thank you.